Hey, Tim Burkhan, thank you very much for another deal for the Iceman early Christmas present to myself. Wow. I rode the, hey, listen to that 37 Raptor. I rode home the Honda brand new pearl white Goldwing. Steve here, the salesman, followed me home. So I've already ridden the motorcycle home. And now I'm ready. I came back. And now we're getting ready to get the hell out of here. The Goldwing hat. I bought a Goldwing hat. And all the other paraphernalia. Honda stuff. It's all about Honda. I told you. Anybody watch my channel, I told you to pay attention to I'm wearing a Honda hat. I gave you a fair warning. I said I'm wearing a Honda hat. Why am I wearing a Honda hat all the time? And there you go, right? So, oh my goodness. Who would have imagined that this would have played out? Oh my gosh. It just doesn't end. It does not end. Yeah, let's just I'm gonna start counting now. We're gonna get the official tally on how many purchases this year do I want to know. Need to get the hell out of here because they're gonna start moving all these machines around, get them all parked in, and great guys that work here. They really do go out of the way to take care of me. And if it wasn't for the judge, Mr. Moon. Oh, there goes the racing guys. But Mr. Moon getting the deals done. So, kind of came to closure that I'm getting rid of the Pursuit, because I'm sure somebody will be like, yeah, we had another damn bike to your fleet. Well, I did, but I didn't, because the Pursuit, the Indy Pursuit was really bought for what this Honda Goldwing is, meaning that the Honda Goldwing has a heated seat. It has the, I'm waiting to get out in traffic here, so if you see me looking back and forth, it has the heated grips, it has the tour pack, it has the saddlebags, it has a bigger windshield, it has the creature comforts that I like about a full touring motorcycle. That I gave up my Harley-Davidson limited CVO, which I don't disagree with. Some people would be like, you shouldn't let that go, man. You should have never done it. I tried to finagle a deal with Harley not to let that go for that CVO limited Road Glide, or CVO Road Glide. So the Indy Pursuit, I bought that in August on the thought process that this will now be my more of seasonal motorcycle. In the cooler months, I can still enjoy riding motorcycles. And until you've ridden a motorcycle on cold days and cold weather, you just don't get it. I mean, you freeze. It's not fun. So the way that motorcycle is set up, that's more of my seasonal riding bike. And it's a bike, if somebody wants to sit in the back of that bike, it's a very comfortable bike. And it's a Honda product. And for me, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of right now at the point where these people here just put out in front of me. Like, yeah, like, Jesus Christ, man. Just, person's clueless what they just did. Oh, it's the driving on the roads, right? This car, this truck, thing just rocks. I mean, it just rolls. The Goldwing. But here's the biggest thing. Even for myself, would I have ever said I'm going to buy a Honda Goldwing manual? No way. I would have told you, no, I want the DCT. I want the airbag. I want all the amenities. I want the nicer, and come to find out, then today, that manual is actually, in my eyes, more fun. And you're more in touch with the motorcycle. You're in more control of the motorcycle. I have an airbag vest, per se, so to have the airbag. But the biggest thing is that DCT airbag tour bike is $5,000 more. I mean, it's over $5,000 more for that setup. So I really did a better thing by buying the less expensive Honda Goldwing. And I know for a fact down the road, those are more challenging to sell because people just don't really want to pay the money for the airbag. So you're not going to get the money out of that motorcycle. You'll end up basically getting the same amount of money as somebody didn't pay for the airbag bike, which is in the DCT to a degree. And there's some people who don't want anything to do with that automatic transmission. But for me, I have the Stealth Gray non-tour 2021 Goldwing, so I still have a DCT bike. Yeah, overkill? Well, for me, if I ever had anybody who wants to go two-up riding and they want to ride the Honda Goldwing, I'll ride one, they ride the other. And yeah, that's what I'm always about, is an experienced motorcycle rider. They can ride my motorcycles, that's not a problem. It's more about your well-being. That's my only concern. If you're experienced, you can ride my motorcycle. I mean, the sad part is if you want to get aggressive on a bike and do things to it, then you're going to pay dearly for that. And anybody knows that if you're going to crash it, then you're going to have to help pay for it. That's just the way it plays out. So anyways, what a great day. Never planned it, but I did bust my tail for the last 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday, to free up Friday to kind of try to figure out what I'm going to do. And what's really me, who I am, I woke up at 2 a.m. last night. I spent 3 hours on the internet researching motorcycles, different motorcycles, what makes sense. The Pursuit's going to go away. I just let it go, but I really do want a tour bike. And I already know if I take my Indian Challenger to go trade it in, I'm not going to get any money on it. And I'm going to be, just no way. That makes no sense. When I can sell it on my own, get a good amount of money out of it. The CVO Road Glide, no way. That bike's value is depreciated substantially because the CVO market with Harley, they flooded the market. It's not good. So what's really cool is we got this deal done with no trade. And Bill Moon, I call him the Judge Moon. He ran the deal. I'm like, really? I even told him, like, don't run the deal yet because I don't know if I really want this bike. I'm like, but they're not going to buy the deal with no trade. You know how many accounts I now have with Honda Financial? I have 6. Bill back there saying you have 7. I'm like, I don't know about the 7th one. I kind of know what I have. I don't know if they have 7. So he counted them out. He's like, oh, yeah, you got 6. I'm like, oh, wow. Isn't that exciting, Mr. Sanchez that's watching my channel that probably has seen me add yet another motorcycle. But I haven't because the Pursuit, it's just replacing the Honda, the Indian Pursuit. But the thing is, Indian Pursuit's down at the dealership. Where am I parking this bike? I mean, I have room. So something has to go to the trailer. So what's going to go to the trailer in place of, in all reality, I should take a few bikes to trailer and then get my Rocket and get my Honda up in the back of the shop there. How about that idea, right? This Raptor is so nice. I know, I've said it a gazillion times, but boy, what a Christmas time of year for the Iceman. I mean, wow, talk about just pulling off the Christmas of the Christmas. I don't know if I can honestly say the timing of me getting the Raptor 37 and the Honda Goldwing. I don't think I've done that type of purchases. Well, last year I bought, yeah, that's right. Last year I bought the Chief Bobber like the day before Christmas. And then I bought the Harley-Davidson CVO like the day after Christmas. So I guess I can say that. It's kind of cool down there in Florida. Isn't that hard to believe? Yeah, where are those bikes? What have you done with those, right? Yeah, I know, right? Wow. But here's the thing. I never would have bought that CVO down there in Florida had I known that the new CVO was coming out. I never would have bought it. Yeah, and does that thing go bye-bye? Yeah, it is. I mean, but this is the time of year, too, now, where this isn't the time to start trying to sell a motorcycle, per se, because it's the colder months. You go to the March, it's more like the February, March, April months, maybe try to pull that off. But the danger is that, what do I do with the Harley for the Harley? And all sincereness, would I like to still get like a breakout? Yeah, would I still like to get a trike, whatever. But I mean, that's a whole other day. We're into next year. I don't see that going to play out this year. Famous last words, right? But let's focus on the happiness of today, the Honda Goldwing. Even though I know it's a Honda Goldwing, and it's just a whole different animal from an Indian or a Harley. But I really do like the product. And what's just a beauty. As I head back in, and eventually I'll just shut the hell up from the morning conversations that we had today and the day before and the day before and blah, blah, blah and whatever. And right, yeah, if you're following the channel, all my conversations Monday through Friday, I appreciate that. And so, anyways, kind of leave it at that right now. Let's keep on driving and maybe just cut it off here by the time I get back in and walk around the motorcycle and its new home. Rocks down the road, and it's a truck. What I like about this Raptor, it makes me feel like I'm in a truck That's what I love about it. It just got that big, beefy, cool, just it has the muscular feel. Is that what it is? It just feels big and bad. And it just rocks. And I'm not even in the sport mode. Wow. I didn't even notice that. Huh. Not a lot of traffic out here in the West. This is traffic, but nothing compared to where I drive around every day. So some people might be like, you bought the Honda Goldwing, but you've had Honda Goldwings. What's going on? But now you bought a manual. What's going on? So a little more of it in depth on the Honda DCT dual clutch transmission. It's an automatic shift motorcycle, and it's a really cool feature, and it's a growing trend of motorcycles. But I've had the 2018 that really was a very challenging motorcycle because of the new technology, and I had a lazy, just a lack of energy mode in that motorcycle. And in 2020, they addressed that and updated the new technology. So 2020 and on, the Honda Goldwing does have a better DCT motorcycle. But what goes on when you're on a motorcycle and you want to do like a U-turn in an intersection, or you're in very tight turns at a very low speed, the automatics are a little more challenging to maneuver because you have like a lapse of control and energy unless you know how to finesse that. You have to be very abreast to finessing the energy of that back tire as you're using your brake and your throttle to maneuver the motorcycle without falling over. And most people like the clutch motorcycles because it's more clutch and throttle and brake for you to really balance that motorcycle as you do very slow maneuvers. And in the DCT, my experience with those is it's a little bit more challenging, and it's a little bit more intimidating because the bike has a little bit more of a jerk to it, where you have like no energy and then you have a bunch of energy. And if you don't know how to handle that, you will dump the bike, or you'll drive too far out of your lane, or you'll drive onto the shoulders. A lot of different things. Just a beautiful time of year here. Rolling down the road as all the trees have gotten rid of the leaves, so they're ready for the snow to come see them. For me, I've been more on the page of the DCT because it's a faster bike going through the gears. If you want to race somebody on a manual Goldwing versus a DCT person will probably take you because it's just such a quick shifting motorcycle. Just like in cars today, an automatic car will typically beat a manual transmission just because of how much faster the car can shift. Here you go. Just once again, just a really, really beautiful time of year where we still have country out here. And this Raptor, man, just really, I haven't really driven this car around much in the non-sport mode, and I'm really taken back how she still has just a lot of gusto. Anyway, so what I'm trying to explain here is what the difference is between the Honda Goldwing products, and for me, I've been fixated on waiting for the brand new 2024 DCT package, and my selling dealer isn't going to get one until next year in January. And I just had this inclination this morning, the motorcycle gods or the car gods or whatever it may be, the motorcycle gods will say today, to go drive that Honda Goldwing. But that Honda Goldwing has such a wide seat and it has a different type of front steering. It's a whole different way to ride that motorcycle. And for me, being that I've been riding so much more of the Harley and the Indian and the Triumph and the Honda CB1000, the Honda Goldwing is like a wider motorcycle, and that mono steering shock system, yes, it has a single shock up front, the front end. It doesn't have the typical forks that are on most motorcycles. It's a very unique engineered design that a lot of people were very critical of it. In fact, even people claimed of, in some ways, the death wobble, the vibration wobble of those early generation Goldwings. A lot of people were making videos of that front end start shimmying and doing all the crazy stuff like my Pursuit did at very high speeds. And so anyways, so when you get on that motorcycle, it's a whole different type of feel. And it's because it's a big motorcycle. And it takes a little bit of time of kind of getting in tune with riding that motorcycle and feeling like you really are part of it. And older people, and a lot of people, can't ride that motorcycle because it's such a wide seat and a wide platform of putting your feet in the ground that their legs or their hips cramp up. That's a fact. There's a very fine line there. I've talked about it, especially as you get older, and that's the thing I talk about all the time. How many more years, once you hit your 60s, can you really ride these motorcycles and feel confident of your agility and your cognitive skills? I mean, there's a lot of things that go into ride a motorcycle, and if you're not really in tune with that bike, then you hear the stories, unfortunately, of people crashing their motorcycles. People crash their motorcycles without even being involved. Yeah, so over the map, you'll see all the same scenery because I videoed it on the brand new Honda Goldwing 2024. And other than the colors from 2023 to 2024, I don't think there's much difference. Getting the Apple Play to interact with that motorcycle, that'll be a project. Now the technology on that motorcycle is so much that it's borderline like, it's too complicated. Yeah, I mean, I've done it before in my other Honda Goldwings. You have to watch a whole tutorial just to figure out how to make things interact. There's a lot to that people don't know, that when you have your iPhone paired to the bike, that you have your iPhone paired to your helmet, and then you want to interact, and then you want to have your Apple Play on the motorcycle, it starts to get a little goofy. But I need to try that and figure that all out. There's a whole nother project, right? And then I ordered the Gold Strike highway pegs, Gold Strike foot pegs, Gold Strike rear accessory rack to have a rear light that's built into it. So the Gold Strike has some really cool stuff that I started buying. It's beyond believable. You're talking now close to 6 years ago. January 2018, I bought my first Honda Goldwing. My first ever Goldwing. I didn't like the previous generation. And so back at that time, I was buying all the accessories from a company called Gold Strike. It was very new in my world of making all these accessories, and they're just really good, high quality parts. So I don't think, back in that time, I didn't have my YouTube channel going. So I didn't make any how-to videos, but I've done all these things, and there's tons of how-to videos out there how to do it. And Gold Strike does a phenomenal job of actually making videos and pictures of how to do this stuff. So there you go. Talk, right? Talk. I get it. Well, hush up. We head on back in the pack of traffic. And looky here yonder, we're back home to the compound. Ice Age TV with yet another vehicle to add to the fleet. Wow. Man, it just doesn't stop. Where's the kid? Is the kid back? I don't know. And here she is. She has a new home. She has a brand new home, the Honda Goldwing 2024. I've said it 50 times. What do you think about that blacked out? I like the blacked out trim. I think it looks really good. I'm excited. I've got a new Honda Goldwing. This will be my 4th Honda Goldwing. I know. Am I crazy? You don't have to say it. I know. Let me get in the garage and see it in the better area. Look at this. F-150, 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 F-250. So let's see if I can get in here without hitting my bike. All right, she's got a new home sitting on top of an Indian rug. Wow, I couldn't figure out the reverse, but so cool. Here is your reverse button. and you just hold this down and it reverses. And or I don't know about these. Yeah, so it's just right there. Hit that little button right there, and you have the clutch in, let it out, and the bike totally reverses. This is just such a cool bike. A lot of technology. Let's start her up. And she's got a little nice rumble to her. Nothing radical. She's got the center stand. I really like that. We're going to put her up on the center stand. Heated rear seat. That's really cool. Heated grips. Heated seat. Really like that. The trunk is nice and roomy. Side bags. I wish they had a different style side bag, but it works. Kind of like the ones that are more where you have the saddlebag go that way, but you hit that. So just no, keep her. This guy here just loves to eat anything. You see that? Why to freaking eat my rim? Freaking just crazy dog. Get away. Don't do that. Crazy dog. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. Do I do a whole other review on the bike? Who knows? It's just two really long videos, so leave it at that. We'll do a walk around video another time and go into more depth. How about that idea, right? So let's call it a day on the Honda Goldwing. Just a really nice product. And so for everybody watching, as always, thanks so much for watching. Got the Honda Goldwing hat. Got the Honda jacket on. It's all about Honda. Honda, Honda, Honda. So thanks for watching. Stay safe, God bless, and stay tuned for more adventures at Ice Age TV.